Hi dear friends and subscribers of Cricket Happenings. This is your host Ram again. Well, as I promised, I told you that I couldn't actually. I spoke about the Delhi Daredevils innings in a brief manner, and I said it was not a very good score. Couldn't really challenge the Chennai Super Kings, and that was it. Chennai Super Kings actually really not. I wouldn't say it was a very comfortable victory for them. If you look at the scorecard there, like Chennai actually had an 8-wicket win, but I wouldn't say it was very convincing, because the match went all the way down to the 20th over, and then Mahendra Singh Dhoni was the one who actually finished it after Dwayne Smith once again had given them a good start along with Brendan McCullum, which has been a feature of Chennai Super Kings' success in this Indian Premier League 2014. Sorry, it was Brendan McCullum. Yes, Brendan McCullum and Dwayne Smith, the openers, were the ones who gave them a good start as usual. Well, so just talking about this particular match, just have a look. So I'm probably going to briefly touch on the Delhi Daredevils. Something that I missed talking about was Murli Vijay hitting Ashwin with a switch hit, where he actually sent him over the cover point region for a six. So that was only 6-8, but hitting Ashwin, that was something which was a very rare sight that one could really expect from a batsman like Murli Vijay, who is more orthodox. As far as the Chennai Super Kings innings were concerned, let's see how it happened. So Chennai Super Kings were set a target of 179 to win the match in 20 overs, and this is what happened. It all started with, so I'm going to go through the entire 20 overs in this particular cricket capsule here. So the first over was bowled by Mohammad Shami, and only 7 runs came of that, courtesy 1-4 coming from the Dwayne Smith's bat. After that, the second over, which was bowled by Wayne Parnell. Once again, it was another 8 runs coming, and McCullum this time hitting the boundary. The third over, with when Mohammad Shami was the one who was bowling to McCullum, and McCullum hit the first ball for a 4, and then waited till the last one. He plodded and plodded without any runs in the third over, and finally dispatched Mohammad Shami's last delivery. In fact, he hooked it over the short fine leg for a boundary. But the fourth over was something which really had a real injection of runs, when Dwayne Smith, the opener, started getting into that electrical power that he has, and that he started unveiling by first carting Jaydev Unadkat, the left-arm seamer, as he pulled him over the fine leg fielder for a 6. After that, there was a slower delivery which was bowled at Unadkat. It was picked up very easily by Dwayne Smith, as he really swung him over the deep square leg boundary with lots of power, and it went sailing over the square leg for a 6. And the fifth delivery was once again the triple 6 coming in from the bat of Dwayne Smith, as this was a ball which was bowled round the wicket by Unadkat, but didn't matter for Dwayne Smith, as Dwayne Smith decided to really go ahead and loft that delivery, and that went into the stands. So 3 triple sixes scored by Dwayne Smith, taking the score on to 41 for no loss in the fourth over, with 18 runs coming off the Jaydev Unadkat over. After that, it was Shahbaz Nadeem was bowling to McCullum. He bowled, I thought he bowled pretty well the first over, and then suddenly we saw that the runs were tapering a bit there, with Parnell bowling to Smith, also bowling in the good areas. Shahbaz Nadeem and Parnell were the ones who really saw to it that they kept this innings on a very tight leash by allowing a few runs, and suddenly there were some depth of runs at that particular stage. At the end of the 8th over, the Chennai Super Kings were 58 for no loss, thanks to Shahbaz Nadeem and Wayne Parnell doing a good job, and the pressure was really building, because 121 runs more was required, and the required run rate had gone over 10 runs. So it was definitely on the cards that Dwayne Smith was going to unwind, and yes, he definitely did that. Just waited for that, and Shahbaz Nadeem's the first delivery that came in the 9th over was a ball which was tossed up, but Dwayne Smith, in fact, hit a good shot. In fact, it was a very good cricketing shot, as he went over the wide long on fielder for a 6. And after that, Lakshmi Ratan Shukla came into bowl, and he bowled a very tight over. In fact, he bowled a very good over. In fact, kept things pretty tight. And at the halfway stage, Chennai Super Kings were at 69 for no loss with 110 runs required from the next 60 balls. But one good thing for the Chennai Super Kings was that both the openers were at the crease, and both powerful hitters of the ball, Brendan McCullum and Dwayne Smith. Shahbaz Nadeem bowling the 11th over, bowled a ball which was very, very loose delivery, and Dwayne Smith got into his element and put it over the deep mid-wicket region for a 6. And after that, Lakshminarayan Shukla, but this time Lakshminarayan Shukla was taken for runs, as the first ball that McCullum got was driven through the long on for a boundary, and then Lakshminarayan Shukla actually got a big wicket there, as McCullum, trying to repeat that stroke, this time perished, as Vijay took a good catch, I thought, onto the boundary. And finally this partnership ended when the Chennai Super Kings score was reading 82. So in the 12th over they were 82, and that was the time the first wicket fell, and that was real relief. So the partnership was broken finally, but Raina, who came in, meant business right from the word go, as he went and he hit. He was looking good as he actually pummeled Ratan Shukla for 2 boundaries in that over. And finally Mohammad Shami was then brought in the bowl. Mohammad Shami coming on, bowling to Dwayne Smith. Even Brendan McCullum, but Dwayne Smith was still there, and Dwayne Smith whipped Mohammad Shami over the deep mid-wicket for a 6. And well, as I said, at that time Dwayne Smith had already hit 6 sixes, and that was not over, as the next over which came, and suddenly, as I said, the run rate was always over the 10 mark. But as I said, the good thing for Chennai Super Kings was that Dwayne Smith was still there at the crease, so it didn't really matter, because he's such a person who has looked so dangerous in this Indian Premier League 2014, and he has definitely been responsible for all the successes that Chennai Super Kings has been enjoying in the Indian Premier League 2014, partnering very well with Brendan McCullum as an opener. So this time Ratan Shukla once again brought into the attack after bowling that costly over. Once again started leaking runs. He was bowling his complete quota, was bowling his last over, and well, for Smith, the first ball was pulled away over fine leg for a 4, and then there was a real power pack stroke which was coming up. It was a length ball pitched on the off stump, but Smith has actually dispatched that over the mid wicket for a 6, and that was the 7-6 for Dwayne Smith. And at end of over 14, the Chennai Super Kings were 116 for 1. Suresh Raina was looking good, and now Suresh Raina got a chance to play Unatkat, and he went, in fact, he got 2 boundaries of that over, one probably an edgy one could say. And at end of over 15, the Chennai Super Kings were 127, but the run rate was still, the required run rate was over 10. So that was the good thing that the Delhi Daredevils bowlers were doing. 16th over, this time Raina, who was hitting boundaries, not only hit that boundary of a Yorker which was flicked away beautifully by Suresh Raina, he actually put it through the deep mid-wicket for a boundary, and the next ball, there was Raina, in fact Parnell attempted another Yorker, but this time Raina was absolutely equal to the task, as he sent him soaring over the deep square leg boundary for a 6. And finally, in the 16th over, Parnell was bowling to Raina, and suddenly Parnell bowled a very tight over, just increasing the pressure, as the Chennai Super Kings run rate now, from a time when they were consistently in chase of that required run rate of 10 marks, suddenly went up to 11 with that very good over which was bowled by Parnell, and suddenly there was some pressure on the Chennai Super Kings. But Dwayne Smith didn't really, Dwayne Smith just waited 3 balls. There were 3 dot balls. In a sense, 3 runs were taken of the first 3 balls of Mohammad Shami, but after that Mohammad Shami was really sent packing by Dwayne Smith, as a poor delivery on the 4th delivery. It was a slower ball, and in fact it was Dwayne Smith actually carving him over the 3rd man region for a 6. And after that, Shami, trying to bowl a Yorker, actually ended up in a full toss, and that was sent over the deep mid wicket, which is his favorite area for Dwayne Smith. Went for a 6, and in the final delivery, was hit for a boundary. It was a short delivery, and Dwayne Smith equally pulled it over, fine leg for a 4. And suddenly there were some runs coming, so end of over 18, so that was a good over for the Chennai Super Kings, as 17 runs came off that over, and finally there were only 2 overs left and 16 runs were required. But this particular over, which Parnell bowled, 16 runs were required from 12 balls. The Raina sent the first ball for a boundary as he glided it past the third man and point region, but with the fourth delivery, Parnell picked up the wicket of Dwayne Smith. So Dwayne Smith finally was a goner, as it was actually what Smith tried to do is he tried to loft Parnell down the ground, but in the process he actually got an edge, and it was Murli Vijay once again into the equation, judging the catch very well and picking it up. And what a knock from Dwayne Smith. When he departed, he had 79 to his name of just 51 deliveries, 4 fours, and look at the sixes that he hit. He hit 8 sixes in all. Dhoni came in, and Dhoni was kept quiet by Parnell with the last 2 deliveries, as one was a length ball, the other one was a Yorker, so 2 dot deliveries, and finally it came to the crunch as the Delhi Daredevils had stretched the Chennai Super Kings on to the final over. The excitement was building, but you can always fancy that Chennai Super Kings would win the match, especially considering the fact that Mahendra Singh Dhoni was at the crease, along with Suresh Raina was looking very good, not out on 48 of 26 balls with 6 fours and 1 6. But the 20th over, Jaydev Unatkar, the first ball that he bowled to Raina got a single. Raina got a single of that first delivery. So I thought something came up, and I'm extremely sorry about it.
Certainly, and number one, not only for
so I'm sorry about it. So something really came up, extremely sorry about it. Well, dear fans and subscribers, so just describing the last over for you here, as Jaydev Unatkar has said, 11 runs were required finally for the Chennai Super Kings to win the match. The first ball, Suresh Raina got a single, that brought Mahendra Singh Dhoni onto strike. So once again it seems to be, so Mahendra Singh Dhoni got to strike, but Mahendra Singh Dhoni actually finished off the match in style, first hitting a 6 and then a boundary, and it was all over as Mahendra Singh Dhoni clinching the match for his team, Chennai Super Kings, and they won the match by 8 wickets. But well, definitely I thought Delhi Daredevils really fought hard to stretch the game all the way down to the 20th over. Stupendous effort, I thought. It was a very good effort from Delhi Daredevils to really make a real fight of it, and finally that was the outcome as far as the match went. So, well, dear fans and subscribers, I am actually winding up my Cricket Happenings, so unfortunately there is some other things really interfering. So I think it's time for me to wind up. Sorry about it, and this was something suddenly came out of the blue, so I was really zapped over there as I saw that. So, well, so that's it, dear fans and subscribers. The match was all over. Chennai Super Kings winning the match by 8 wickets. Sorry for that initial interference that happened. I wouldn't know what really triggered that. But well, all in all, Chennai Super Kings winning the match. But I thought Delhi Daredevils really won. But Delhi Daredevils really struggling. I thought in the Indian Premier League 2014, they are really struggling to get off the blocks. And they have not been having a lot of victories, and they are really struggling. So Kevin Peterson's man, definitely pull up your socks lest it's too late. Well, dear fans and subscribers, on this very note, your host Ram is winding up the cricket show for today. Hope you all enjoyed it. See you all tomorrow. Until then, tomorrow there are one more match. There's a match, I think it's between Mumbai Indians and the other team which is coming up. I just don't have, I'm not really sure which team it is, but Mumbai Indians are definitely into the equation. Well, that's it from me, your host Ram, for the cricket show of today. See you all tomorrow. Until then, it's goodbye. Thank you.